here in Manchester, a place that I've gotten to know very well. In particular, to be in the great state of New Hampshire. I just want to introduce them if I could quickly. They're great people. They went out there right from the beginning. Most of them have been with us right from the beginning, and we love them, and they're just special people. Representatives, Kimberly Ibear. Louis Andres. Glenn Bailey. Harry B. Jacob Brouillard. Claudine Burnham. Tim Cahill. Jose Cambrose. Brian Cole. Deborah DeSimone. Ron Dunn. Tracy Embrick. Thank you, Tracy. Keith Erf. Larry Gagne. Ted Gorski. Gerald Griffin. Tina Harley. Juliet Harvey Golia. Gregory Hill. Thank you, Greg. Thomas Kuzinski. Diane Kelly. Stephen Kennedy. Abul Khan. John Levitt. Nikki McCarter. Valerie McDonald. Charles Melvin. Dave Nagel. Thank you, Dave. Christine Perez. Joseph Petre. Tom Klausage. John Pudersick.
Yeah!
Kevin Pratt.
Yeah!
Marlene Portiello. Andrew Renzolo.
Woo!
Jennifer Rhodes. Perry Roy. John Sellers. Thank you. Vanessa Sheehan.
Woo!
Lisa Smart. Look, these are endorsements. How good is this?
Yeah! Woo!
Wow! We love you, John!
James Spillane.
Yo!
Jonathan Stone.
Woo!
James Summers.
Whoa!
Jeffrey Tenjar. Paul Terry. Dick Baxton. Jordan Urlili.
Yeah!
Jordan, thank you. Lily Walsh.
Yeah!
Kenneth Weiler. Robert Wary. And Clayton Wood.
We love you, Commander! We love you, Commander!
And somebody said, do you think I should introduce them? It's 51. So I said, you know what? They were out there at the front. Many of them were here from the beginning. I said, I'll take the time. You know, I'm not sure if television is too thrilled.
That's why we love you!
I don't know if television is thrilled, but we're thrilled.
Yeah!
I also want to introduce Bruce, Brett, and Lou Gargiolo, who have been with us for a long time, right from the beginning. Thank you both, right from the beginning. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to thank President of the New Hampshire Federation of College Republicans, Harrison Balfour. Thank you, Harris. New Hampshire Federation of Republican Women President, Elizabeth Girard. Thank you. The founder of the 603 Alliance, Fran Windolbo. And also my New Hampshire senior advisor, who's been with me for a long time, Steve Stepanek. Thank you. My state director, Trevor Nuclearly. Trevor, thank you very much. As well as somebody who really did a great job, ran for office, did very well, Caroline Levitt. Thank you. And a very good friend of mine is here today, and he lives here and he loves the state very much, and he was the first person that was with me. He said, "You'll do it." It was a long time ago, in 2015, maybe before that, but he's been a friend of mine for a long time, loves this state, and he's a political pro, Corey Lewandowski. Thank you, Corey. By the way, we will take a few questions if you want after we're finished.
Yeah!
So I do that early so you can think, otherwise if I do it right at the end, that's a better way to do it. Finish, if there's any questions, okay, let's go. Now you have a whole little time to think about it, but we'll take a few questions, okay?
Yeah!
You think Biden takes questions?
Slippy yo! Slippy yo!
What she's gonna ask, I guess the answer. They never did that with me.
No.
On Tuesday, Joe Biden officially announced that he will seek 4 more disastrous. As you know, I've done very well against crooked Hillary Clinton.
Yeah!
Today, I'm going to do this, and I think this could be maybe the most important part of what I'm going to say, because this is going to be a major announcement. Are you ready?
Yeah!
I will be retiring the name Crooked from Hillary Clinton. And I'm going to give her a new name. I don't know, maybe Lovely Hillary or Beautiful Hillary. I'm going to retire the name Crooked
Like crazy.
so that we can use the name for Joe Biden because
Woo! Woo! Yeah!
I would think that Hillary would be very happy. She's out there someplace celebrating. Because there's never been anyone in the history of American politics so crooked or dishonest as Joe Biden.
Absolutely.
And the press absolutely refuses to report it. All that press.
Fake news!
They're just as crooked as he is.
Right now!
The choice in this election is now between strength and weakness, between success or failure, between safety or anarchy, between peace or conflict, and prosperity or catastrophe. We are living in a catastrophe.
Yes, we are.
With your vote on November 5th, 2024, we're going to crush Joe Biden in the White House, that gorgeous, beautiful White House. We have to take it back. We're going to beat him at the ballot box, and we're going to sell our unfinished business. This presidential campaign by, get this, a prepackaged video. I was going to do that for you today. I'll do a little video, send it up. You wouldn't have been very happy about that? When you're running for president, you think at least one time you'd get up and say, I'm running for president.
He's stripping for president.
Guess what's going off the turn? Oh, no, no, no!
That took supposedly 7 takes to get it right.
Woo!
Is what you want to call it. In it, he says he's running because Trump and MAGA pose a threat to democracy. Can you believe that?
Woo!
He poses a threat. right.
And explain it. MAGA is Make
America
Right again.
No, it's Biden who poses the threat to democracy because he is grossly incompetent, has no idea what he's doing, and basically he doesn't have a clue, and that's a very bad position to put our country in. Our country is in a very dangerous position right now.
Hate us.
Very, very dangerous. We're now a nation, and we are a nation in serious decline, a nation that has lost its way. We're led by a hopeless person, but we will win in 2024. And
Not too late.
we've got a year and a half to go. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
What's happening to our country? That's a long time.
You'll do it. You'll do it.
With such a calamitous presidency, it's almost inconceivable that Biden would have even thought of running for re-election. He's destroyed our country, and yet he says in his recorded piece that he wants to finish the job. That's right, he wants to finish the job.
Whoa!
That's the plan. But on that, he's actually very close. He is very close to finishing the job.
He's more ready to finish our country.
You're
One
gonna
of the
see
most
it.
important issues in this campaign will be which candidate can rescue. This country needs a rescuing.
Just
Rescue
receive
America
it.
from the wreckage of the Biden economy. Under my leadership, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. In fact, we actually did it twice because that horrible gift from China came over. COVID, or the China virus.
Yes.
Actually, in New Hampshire, China virus.
China
But
virus.
now we will do it again. We will do it again. We passed the largest tax cuts and reforms in American history. We cut more job-killing regulations than any administration ever, also in history. We achieved American energy independence. And we were about 70 years. American energy dominance, bigger than Saudi Arabia, bigger than Russia combined, ×2. And we slashed the price of gasoline down all the way down to $1.87 a gallon.
Yes. Win and go.
The typical New Hampshire family saw their annual income rise by $6,000, the largest increase in recorded history, the largest. Nobody's ever seen that, by $6,000. Everybody was happy. For decades, the corrupt globalist establishment savagely betrayed New Hampshire workers. You know that better than most. You see those beautiful factory buildings. Some are now apartment houses, and some are now senior citizens. But the factories, that's what you had to do in the factories. There's so many gone. Your state lost 1 in 4 manufacturing jobs after the NAFTA disaster and China's entrance into the World Trade Organization. But after years of cruel sellouts by past leaders, I ended NAFTA, the worst trade deal ever made. It was the worst trade deal ever made, what they did to us for so many decades, and replaced it with the incredible USMCA, Mexico, Canada. That's considered now the best trade deal ever made. So good, in fact, that Mexico and Canada are now trying to renegotiate the deal with the Biden administration. I say, don't do it, don't talk about it, don't do it. No. Somebody over there told me it's unfair. I said, you know what? We lived with unfair for decades.
That's
They
right.
say it's unfair. No, we made a great deal, and you're all manufacturers, farmers, and everybody.
Self-justice.
USMCA will work out that. Don't let them renegotiate. I withdrew from the job-crushing Trans-Pacific Partnership. That would have totally destroyed this thing.
Woo!
They were all set to sign. Barack Hussein Obama, they were all set to sign. And I stood up to China like no administration has ever done before.
Yes, you did.
Bringing in hundreds and hundreds of billions
What,
of
right?
dollars pouring into our treasury from China when no other president had gotten even 10 cents. Not one president got, and I literally mean not 10 cents. We got hundreds of billions of dollars. I don't think they like me too much.
Yes. We love you.
We love you.
We need you, Brussels.
Everybody else is paid off by China, including, by the way, our
Lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
They're all bots.
You wonder why he does nothing about China, why he doesn't do what he's supposed to be doing, because he got millions of dollars from China. You see him. I made big promises to the people of New Hampshire, and as your president, I kept every single.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Lobstermen.
Yeah,
I gave them hundreds of millions of dollars
Big
in relief
job.
straight from the money we were taking in from China. We
Thank
took
you.
it
Yeah.
like a little bit, hundreds of millions of dollars, by the way, but that's a lot to a lobsterman.
Yes, it is.
And we brought it back. I made a deal with the European Union to completely eliminate tariffs on American lobster. You know that? They were
Bean
charging us
loves
big
you.
tariffs so that we couldn't sell to them. The first EU tariff reduction on any product in over 20 years. Nobody ever asked the EU, or if they did, they didn't get it. Because they're very difficult people to deal with. I want to tell you that. They don't care about us, they care about them. And maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I also opened up 5,000 square miles of ocean that Barack Obama closed to New England fishermen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Woo.
We love you.
Nobody can even tell me why they closed. We get miles and miles of beautiful ocean front, and now I understand that they want to close it up again.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
We need you back.
Let Canada do it. You know, Canada's the one that wanted to close because they wanted
Yeah.
to do this. And I gave our farmers $28 billion out of the tariffs that we took in from China because they were treated very unfairly. I said, how much would it be? They said, approximately $28 billion. They said, I'm going to take it from China. China paid them $28 billion. Who else is going to do that one, okay?
Right.
So that was the president.
Thank you.
My minimum fund is $28 billion. Actually, better than that, we signed an incredible trade deal with China, but once COVID came in, I didn't care about trade deals so much, but it's a tremendous trade deal, $50 billion, and it was an amazing deal, but once COVID came in, I didn't even talk about it. And everything I did, I put New Hampshire first, and I put America first.
Yes.
Yes.
We handed Joe Biden the fastest economic recovery ever recorded, all with no inflation. We didn't have inflation. We had low energy prices that kept it down. When he stopped the energy, stopped the drilling, you know, I have a sign, drill we must, right? They have a
miss
sign,
you.
don't drill. We will just, they won't do it. They won't do it. What they're doing is crazy. And what it's done is raised everything. And now everything's so high, and now they've taken on their own inflationary trend. It's not just energy anymore. But they did that with energy. They destroyed our economy with the high prices. All electric cars. So that's one. They don't have enough electric to turn on the lights.
Ooh, yes.
Now they're going to say, let's do all electric. I love electric cars. They go for about an hour and a half. You're in the middle of nowhere. You're saying,
There's nowhere to charge it up.
he took that booming economy and he promptly blew it to shreds. He took the greatest economy.
We miss
It
you.
was just announced that in the first quarter of 2023, GDP growth was a very weak 1.1%, and the forecasts show it's going to be getting much, much worse. So we're at 1% and getting worse. That doesn't sound too prosperous.
No.
Look at these other countries that are eating our lunch. I had them. They were doing anything they could. They respected your leader. They respected your country.
Yes, we did.
Yes. You are the best president ever. You are the best president ever.
Every time France or one of the countries, but France in particular, they were a little difficult. I really like their leader, but he's a very difficult guy. And whenever he got cute and wanted to tax our people or our companies, I just said, that's okay. We're going to put a 100% tariff on all wine and champagne coming into the US.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we will not do it. You decided we won't.
You the best
I don't
president.
think they do that. I don't think they do that in this group here. We should have tremendous power. We have tremendous economic power that we don't use. But, you know, We better be smart because soon we're not going to have economic growth.
Right.
Since Joe Biden took office, the typical family has lost over $7,400 in annual income. Think of that. Inflation is out of control. Banks are collapsing. Banks are going bad. That's a bad sign.
We've had enough.
1929, it started with the banks. Real wages are down 24 months in a row, the longest losing streak ever in our country. Think of that. Real wages. That's what it's all about, is real wages. The trade deficit has surged to a record $1 trillion. Household wealth has declined by $4 trillion. These are numbers that nobody's ever seen before.
We're feeling
They
it.
stand up and they say, no, the economy's good. The economy is horrible. After Biden shut down the Keystone XL pipeline that I started and passed a $20 billion tax hike on American energy, gas prices in New Hampshire are up 53%. And your state, congratulations, you did have one good thing from this administration. You set a record. You like records, but not like this. Your state has the highest electricity costs in the entire nation.
Wow.
And you want to work on that.
He's a
I will quickly be able to cut that number in half or more than that. New Hampshire has the highest electricity cost, I think the highest energy cost, but highest electricity cost in the nation. Let's go to all electric cars. How does that sound? Electric cars in the nation. They don't want you driving like this. How about driving for about an hour and 15 minutes?
That's all the driving we do.
Time to get a charge.
Keep my
Joe
job.
Biden cares only about enriching his own family. I care about enriching your family. The Biden victory will be bad for you, good for China, and truly great for these globalists. We've got a lot of globalists. A Trump victory will be bad for the globalists, the rhinos, the communists, the Marxists. Within hours of my inauguration, I will begin the process of terminating every Biden policy that is I will restore my famously successful executive order requiring that for every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be removed.
You are the best president ever!
I was actually getting 12, 13, 14 cut down. It was amazing, actually. But they put many of them back.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't been able to up your taxes yet.
You the
because we have a
best.
very strong bill. We went through everything to make sure that nobody could tamper with it. But they're trying to raise your taxes very greatly. Instead of growing the size and scope of the federal government every year, we will shrink it every year with aggressive cost reduction targets. But we'll take care of our military.
Yes!
You know, I rebuilt our entire military. They gave $85 billion of it to Afghanistan. Probably the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country.
Yes, it
$85 billion worth of brand new military equipment. I will create a true national trade policy like the kind that made New Hampshire a manufacturing and industrial powerhouse in the old days. You remember the old days?
Yes.
You see those buildings all over. And you say, wow. I did a great job in renegotiating trade deals with other countries. They were the worst, the most horrible deals I've ever seen. I'd often wonder to myself, who the hell negotiated these deals?
Exactly.
It was so bad. You'd say they were either like very, very stupid people or they hated our country. It could only be
Yes.
two. I think both.
Oh, they make deals with the devil.
I think maybe both. Now, the worst deals I've ever seen.
Yep.
With Japan, with South Korea, Mexico, Canada, China, all of these countries, it was just amazing that how bad they were. You know, like South Korea, we take care of their economy, we take care of everything, we take care of the military. They're right next door to Kim Jong-un.
Yes.
He and I have a very good relation. People would say, it's not good to have a good relation.
Yes,
Yes, be good.
yeah.
And
Thank
he's not so
you.
happy with Biden.
No.
He says bad things about Biden. But what I really wanted to do, Trump, reciprocal trade act, you know what that is? That will go along with the Trump tax cuts, which they haven't been able to terminate because we've brought them so powerfully under the Reciprocal Trade Act. This is, think of this, every country, now, do we have any children here now?
Yes. We don't have children.
Close,
Yeah.
good looking guys.
Yeah.
Put your hands over your Every country, here it's every country is screwing us, right?
Yeah.
They all charge us taxes and trade barriers. India, China, everyone. Europe, by the way, all over Europe. Under the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act, if India, as an example, or China, Europe, any place, any country charges us, let's say 100% or 200%, that's what they do. You could ask Harley Davidson, you could ask a lot of companies that are unable to put their product into these countries because what they do, they make it impossible. We immediately charge them the exact same thing. It's
Yeah.
reciprocal.
Yeah.
Reciprocal.
We love you.
Common sense.
So if India charges our companies 100, we charge their companies 100. It's very simple.
Yep.
And yet we have people in Congress that say, no, I don't think that's good.
They need to go.
Anybody that says that's they're very
Get rid of
interesting.
them.
Get rid of
Lindsey
them.
Graham, the progressive. He's got some good things to do. Lindsey Graham, I said to him, Lindsey, you gotta go along with this. We were all set to get it done. You gotta go along with this. He said, so let me get this straight. If they charge us, we charge them.
Yeah.
The same thing. He
Yes.
said it's not his strength. Other things are his strength. He said, so they charge us, we charge them, same thing, right?
Right.
You got my vote.
That's right.
Yes.
So easy.
Yep.
But, you know, you have guys in there that I guess campaign contributions are much worse than that. Maybe campaign contributions
them, then they
are
die.
recorded.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? We were
Right.
close to getting
We
that
did
done,
them and then they
the
died.
election was rigged.
That'd be fair.
Yes.
Woo!
And done very, very quickly. One of two things will happen. They will get rid of the tariffs on us. They'll most likely get rid of them if you start doing this, because we have countries that are so imbalanced, so unfair. The deficits are massive. As an example, with China, $600 billion we lose every year. I got it down, way down, and then we had little surprise on an election, and they're way up now. They're doing better than they've ever done. But they'll leave them. The United States will make a fortune on this. The United States will make an absolute fortune, get rid of your deficits, and other countries won't go around saying we're stupid people, because that's what they say right
That's
now.
right.
We're stupid people to allow this to happen, where they charge us and we don't charge them. Cars, as an example. In China, you make a car in America, send it to China, you have to pay a fortune to get it in. You have like 9 different tax structures. They can make cars and send them into us. We did put some taxes on them. I was ready to get all of this passed. And we had great support when we got hit with the election, and we got hit with the COVID, and we got hit with everything you could get hit with, and then we rebuilt it, and we had the stock market actually higher than it was just prior to COVID.
Yeah.
Grab it for you.
Regeneron, so many different things we did. We did a great job. We never got credit for that one. They give Biden credit, he doesn't know he's alive. Under the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act, companies, factories, and jobs will come roaring back into our country in massive deficits that we've been paying for decades and decades. It's going to disappear. The deficits will disappear almost overnight. I will also revoke China's most favored nation trade status. Do you believe that? Most favored nation, because they say they're a growing nation. Well, we're a growing nation also.
Yes.
And we're a growing nation. I will gain total independence from China economically. I'll hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable for unleashing the China virus. And nobody can pay the cost of what that costs. The lives, number one, the lives of the millions and millions of lives. But you're talking about $50 to $60 trillion. China doesn't have it. Nobody has that. But something will happen. There's going to be something happening. Just like I got $28 billion for the farmers, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
What took place there is disgraceful. And it did come from the Wuhan labs, as I said.
Yeah.
Biden is proposing a $4.7 trillion tax hike. Congratulations. I, on the other hand, will deliver tax cuts, energy price cuts, and interest rates cuts, the likes of which you have never seen before. Your interest rates are so high, your housing values are going down, and the economy is good. Unlike Ron DeSantis, the Bush, the
Rhino.
he's another beauty. The Rhinos.
Rhino.
A rhino.
I will always protect Social Security and Medicare.
Yeah.
Thank you, President.
Thank you. No Rhino.
I will end Joe Biden's war on American energy and immediately begin the process of expediting construction of new natural gas pipelines to New England. Again, you pay the highest prices in the country. You know, for a long time, the Democrats in New York would not allow a pipeline to go through from where they were coming through New York State, where they could really use the jobs, really use the jobs, into New England. You know where you get a lot of your energy from? Is Russia. Russian ships out there for years. They've had Russian ships. And if they did a pipeline going through a place in New York State that needs it so bad, they need the jobs, this would be a positive. And you don't see it, it's underground in the environmentalists and the governors. And once you get that done, I'll tell you, and I will do it. We'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, President.
New York has started off for years, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Your prices will drop in half and much more than that. You pay so much higher than anybody else's. That's the reason. But we love New York other than that, right?
Yes.
We love you.
They have to do that. They have to do that. We're all part of a team. And if you want to buy a car powered by an internal combustion engine or a hybrid, or if you want to buy an electric car, some people like an electric car, like what, 4% of the people?
I like my V8.
You'll be able to do it long into the future. We're going to put it all back. And if you want to have a gas stove, you're going to be able to have a gas stove. Can you imagine them saying you can only buy electric cars when they don't go far
Yeah, I
enough?
can.
They don't
They're
drive
trying
long
to.
enough, when some people don't like them, and when the batteries are all made 100% in China or in areas that China controls. Who is coming up when we have more liquid gold under our feet than any other country? The electric car takes so much energy to create the battery that they won't break even environmentally. If you're a believer in that, the making of the battery throws off more. Let's call it dirt into the air, than anything you're going to do by driving one of our very beautiful cars around for a long period of time. So they don't say, but very importantly, China has all the minerals, has everything you need to make the batteries. They can make them. We don't have that. We have everything. We don't have that. This is opposition research. This is really incredible. When you look at it, I started saying about a month ago, I realized how crazy the border is ridiculous. We don't want to open the borders. April Fools. Everything's April Fool's Day.
Yes.
All electric cars, April Fool's Day. I don't mind electric cars. You should have everything. Some people might like electric. Some people might like something else. Some people might like a motor scooter. Let them get whatever the hell they want. When we don't have enough electricity for ourselves, you go out to California, they want all electric cars, and yet they have brownouts during the summer and blackouts. The whole state goes out, and then they say, oh, let's come up with another couple of million cars. The whole thing is crazy.
And
the windmill. And that's why I say April Fools. Everything. They don't want voter ID. How simple is voter ID?
Simple.
We don't want voter ID. Why don't they want voter ID?
They want a cheese.
Our opponents know that no one can match us on the economy, and And that's the reason that we're way up in the polls. We have polls. I'm going to show you a couple of them. So today, a very respected poll came out. Emerson, big poll. It has Trump.
We love Trump! 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 We love Trump!
And I love you too. That's why before grand juries every time I fly over a state. If I fly over a state that happens to be Democrat run, they send me a subpoena to go before.
We subpoena you.
They're weaponizing that stuff. But you know, these polls are amazing. So today is very important and big. Emerson poll came out. So there's Trump at 62%, DeSantis at 16%.
Come on!
Obviously, people are dreaming of energy independence, a strong military like you had, and borders and low taxes that are strong. We want strong borders. We want low taxes.
Yes.
We want low interest rates. We want to be respected throughout the world. That we're laughed at.
Amen.
You know, I said in a speech recently, somebody said, what do you think about him? I said, he's a very powerful, strong man.
Yep.
He's at the top of his game. The fake news media said, how dare they say this? What am I going to say? He controls 1.5 billion people. No, he's not at the top of his game.
Screw the fake
The same thing with other leaders. They're sharp. They're smart. They're at the top of their game. We're the only one that has one that's not.
Exactly.
And he's not close. And he never really had a top of the game if you go back 25.
Wicked.
Humble
In
and
this
wise.
week's big morning console poll, that's another big one. Trump is leading by 37 points.
Someone again!
Makes Steve's job easier. Don't assume that's Steve. Keep working. Under the Clarity campaign poll, a big one, I lead by 45 points at 65 with DeSantis being at 20%, Pence at 4, Nikki Haley at 4, and sloppy Chris Christie at less than 1%. Which, by the way, is substantially better than he did 7 years ago on the same stage against me right here in New Hampshire. Remember, he was less than 1%, so now he's still less than 1%.
He's a joke.
He's doing much better. Got a big mouth, that's all he's got. In Massachusetts, your neighbor, 70% for Trump. This is Florida we're talking about.
80%!
In Green Bay, South Carolina, we have a 22-point lead. In the victory poll of Iowa, it's Trump 54, DeSantis 24. And in the new JL poll of New Hampshire, we're 33 points. Look at that one. 33 points up.
We need to go higher! We need to go higher! We need to go higher!
Yes.
We're 51% with all these people running, all these people, 51, we're up 33 points, but we will not play prevent defense. You ever see the NFL? They hold the team scoreless for almost 4 quarters.
Yep.
They just have to do it one more time, one more series, and they say, we're going to go prevent. Touchdown, touchdown. We don't play prevent defense.
No,
It prevents
we
you
don't
from winning.
No,
Prevent defense.
We haven't done time winning.
That's the worst defense. I don't like it. When I see if you're with a team and they go prevent, say, bet on the opponent. And then they want to do something with the debates. Think of this. They want to debate. They want to have, I have people at 1/2 of 1%, 1/4 of 1%, 1%, 3%, 2%, 4%, 7%. And DeSantis is very low and crashing. He's crashing. Don't forget, when he came to me, he was at 3%.
Yes, yes.
So he failed in this campaign.
Yes, he
Yes.
did.
I endorsed him.
We live Florida, we know.
Without. I endorsed him and he went up a lot. And he went up and he won. But when he campaigned for a long time, he failed.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
now he's failing again because
Yeah.
now he's getting a chance to campaign without Trump.
No, we know that.
We know that. We know that.
But so these debates, Nixon and Reagan and Bush number one, others. No, they didn't debate in the primaries. They didn't debate. I mean, seriously, you look at the boards and you see these things: 1%, 1%,
You destroy
1%,
all of them.
3%, and you're looking at these numbers, and we're at 60 and 70%.
Why?
Why would you do that?
Why bother?
Well, you want intelligent people, don't you?
No debate.
No debate.
But I do look forward to the debate with.
No.
You're the bad president.
Go to the show. Never show up.
They're not going to let us debate. They're not going to let us. They're not going to let
Remember
us.
last time, I said, where and why did you accept $3.5 billion? Remember that?
Yeah.
Why did you accept, on the debate stage, I had that guy, Chris Wallace. How's he doing? How's his doing?
He's a sellout.
He always wanted to be his father, Mike, but somehow it didn't work out. Well, it's called lack of talent. But think of this. Remember on the debate stage? I said to Biden, I said, why did you accept $3.5 billion from the mayor of Moscow's wife? And Chris Wallace, he didn't know how to answer the question. Chris Wallace said, you shouldn't be asking that question. Then I said, that's a lot to do. Why did he get $3.5 million from Moscow? He didn't do anything for it.
Right.
And Chris Wallace stopped him from giving an answer, which he didn't have.
Yeah. The whole thing was a
They
joke.
want me to go to the Reagan Library as an example, which is, nobody knew this until I brought it up yesterday, which is run by a guy named Fred Ryan. He is the chairman and CEO of the Washington Post. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
This could only happen. The Washington Post, the enemy of the people, the Washington Post, think of this, is running the Reagan Library. I think Ronald Reagan would be spinning
Yes,
his
he
grave.
would be. We're
You
not.
say, how did that happen? But they want me to go, and sadly, your Governor Sununu doesn't register. He's a nasty guy. His father was very, very tough. But when I won, he became one of my best supporters. He really was. He really was great. But he was really tough. This guy doesn't have the same qualities. But, you know what? Think of it. He could have run, he could have had a chance. Would have helped so much. He's playing games. But Sununu, if you take a look at what he's done, it's crazy. We're leading him, I guess, 58% to 7 in your state. You saw the poll. 58%. And now if he ran for the Senate, he probably couldn't win even, if you put him back in that same position. But he could have really made an impact. He could have run for the Senate, would have probably easily won because of the family name, would have won, and that would have been a tremendous thing. Instead, he wants to play games with running for president, where he's registered at less than 1%. I don't think he's going to make it. If he did, it would be the biggest upset in the history of politics. Any country. We'll include every single country all over the world. And he should stop being a nasty guy and telling people that I won't win in the general election, which I will.
Yes,
Remember?
You will. Yes, you will.
Speaking of which, we're leading Biden by 7 points in Rasmussen poll. We're leading by 7 points in the Harvard poll, and by 11 points in another poll. And by the way, the same people that said the same thing in 2016, well, maybe he'll win here, but he's not going to win in the general election. They look at that's the only narrative they have left. But we're winning against everybody, and we're doing just as well in the general election. But it was the same people. I went in and I said, boy, I get killed in this. They say, he's not going to win in the election. And then I won.
Yeah.
And then I won a second time by far more votes.
Yes.
It was a rigged election.
Let's vote.
And that's the thing I asked Steve and all the people up here, because these are incredible people. I don't even care if you help me campaign. You don't have to help me. What I want you to do is help me on election evening, which is no longer election evening, it's election period.
Sunday.
A month and 2 months.
Sunday
to
voting.
look around and play around with the votes. How people let this happen. You gotta go to all paper ballots.
Yes. Sunday voting. glad they voted. Woo!
The votes aren't final until 2 weeks after the election. You say, how do you tabulate the results? What do everybody wait? The nation waits? It's a disgrace.
Yes.
What's happening? And I asked the people on stage, and we have a lot of people in the audience that are great politicians and very important for your state, I don't even want help with the vote. I just want help on making sure the vote is cast and
right.
counted.
Yes.
Correctly.
Fair. Yes.
He said the vote counter is far more important than the
Yes.
candidate. Has anyone ever heard that? As they say in Russia. But no, the vote counter is far more important. It's very sad. We did so unbelievable. We got more votes than any sitting president by far. We got millions of more votes than Barack Hussein Obama.
Yes.
We got the same number we can't lose. We got millions more. Millions and millions more. Well, we thought we won until about 10:15 in the evening. Then all of a sudden we said, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Now we got to straighten out our borders. Got to straighten out our elections. We're like a third world country. These incredible poll numbers are one of the main reasons that the Marxist left is coming after us, using the criminal justice system for massive election interference. That's what they're doing. They want to weaponize law enforcement to interfere with our elections through the use of the DOJ and the FBI, attorney generals and local district attorneys who the district attorney we have in New York, he's reporting into Washington. They sent one of the top guys from Washington to help him run his office.
What the heck?
That's corrupt. Isn't it a wonderful lot? But in the end, they're not coming after me. They're coming after you, and I'm just standing in their way. I'm just standing there. We can't let that happen.
We'll never quit on
That's going to a lower level even than what happened in 2020. That's going, in my opinion, to a lower level than even happened in 2020. And they're working on, I got more DAs and local people nobody ever heard of. We want the president in to testify on what? It has nothing to do with it. Well, we want him in anyway to testify. Maybe he'll make a mistake. Maybe he'll do something. It's a disgrace. What's happening with our country is a disgrace, and it's a laughingstock all over the world. As the endless witch hunts and persecutions reveal, our enemies are desperate to stop us because they know we are the only ones who can stop them.
That's right.
There's never been a movement like this.
No.
In the history of our country, there's never been a movement like MAGA, Make America Great Again. With all of the news back there, nobody's ever questioned it. You know, if I say something and I'm like slightly off, they say, oh, he made a mistake, this, that, you know, these people. I've never been challenged. I say it all the time. Are you hearing me? There's never been a movement in history, like MAGA. Even stronger and more determined than we are. That's as a party and as a movement itself. They hit me and we're all together. I'm with you, you're with me. The harder they hit, the better we do. I saw that a couple of weeks ago with these figures. In recent months, I've been laying out a bold, forward-looking vision for what we will do when we become the 47th president.
We won't Trump! We won't Trump!
Shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled. Would it ever happen? I spoke to him about it. There was no chance that he would have gone into the president. There was no chance that President Xi of China would have gone into Taiwan. I was the only president in decades who didn't start a war. You know that. Everyone said, oh, he's going to start a war. They said I have that personality to start a war. Remember that? You didn't vote for him, he's going to start
That's it.
Right.
And I got out of wars, including knocking the hell out of ISIS, took over 100% of the ISIS. I took over 99% of the ISIS caliphate. I said, all right, we're going home. Let's get our great soldiers. We're bringing them home. And the media starts saying, well, why not 100? I said, you know what? We better finish it off because they'll say I left early and we knocked the hell out of them. That was the end of that. We took over 100% and came home. But now I understand they're rebuilding again because they have no respect for our country. Standing before you today, I am the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent World War III.
Thank you.
And very sadly, there's never been talk like what you're hearing now.
No.
Because this guy doesn't have a clue how to speak. He's too tough when he should be soft. He's too soft when he should be tough. He says things that are so bad.
He thinks his name's
Provokes,
Brandon.
and then shows weakness. It's the craziest thing. He says just the opposite of what you have to say. I know Putin very well. I know Xi very well. I know Kim Jong-un. If I didn't take over from Obama, if he had another year, you would have had a nuclear war with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. You would have had a nuclear war. Then when I got along with him, everyone hated. The fake news hated that I got along. He got along. Isn't it a good thing to get along with him?
Yes.
But I did get along with him. I got along with a lot of people that people are surprised. Really surprised. That's why we had no wars. And they would have never gone in. And so all those people dead in Ukraine. Far more than you think. Far more than they report. These phony numbers where a city is blown up, buildings all crushed to the ground, there's nothing standing, and they say nobody was killed, 2 people were hurt. Hundreds of people, thousands of people were killed. These numbers are far greater and far worse than you hear. When I get back into the Oval Office, we will totally obliterate the deep state.
Yeah.
A Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption. By the way, they spied on my campaign. They got caught. Can you imagine if we, let's take Barack Hussein Obama. Let's say we spied on his campaign, you got caught. What do you think would happen? Do you think it would just be some stories? And only a few newspapers, because most of them don't even around. They would have brought back the electric chair. That's what they would have done. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Unequal justice. And I will require every federal employee to pass a new civil service test. How about the president or suffrage president? Demonstrating an understanding of our Constitution. To stop the local Marxist prosecutors who release rapists and murderers while persecuting conservatives. On day one of my new administration, I will direct the DOJ to investigate every radical district attorney and attorney general in America. I will quickly restore the most secure border in U.S. history, just as we had 3 years ago. We have the strongest, most powerful, most secure border in the history of our country. 3 years ago, we had the most secure. We built hundreds of miles of wall. It worked, by the way.
Yep.
And we were going to do 200 more miles of wall in certain areas where we could see it was a little weaker than we wanted it. We started that. It could have been finished in 3 weeks if he did it. We had the stuff ordered. He took it away and hid it so that Texas and Arizona couldn't use it. And that's when I said, I guess they really do want open borders, and they actually want open borders that nobody understands.
Pedophiles.
Why do you want to have people from prisons? Why do they want
to cheat.
Why do you want people from prisons and mental institutions and insane asylums? That's a step above. That silence is the land type.
Yes, it is.
Why do we want these people in our country? Why are we allowing them? And you know, you have to see these other countries. They are, I mean, they've never had it so good. Their prisons are emptied out into the U.S. They have no more costs. They don't want to take care of these people for 70 years, which is what you could have. I mean, they have this MS-13. You saw what happened yesterday with this killer, this thug. He was an MS-13. The level of violence, they called it demonic. Demonic. The level of violence is incredible.
Straight.
We have become a dumping ground for the entire world. The money they save, no prisons, no mental institutions. There was a story recently about a psychologist or psychiatrist, but a psychologist who worked in mental wards in South America. And he said, I worked 24, a good man, he worked 24 hours a day taking care of very mentally ill people. And he was sitting there reading a newspaper, and they asked him, what's he doing? He said, I have no more work. The people have all been let go into the United States. Can you believe it? This is what we're doing? How stupid are we doing? This is what we're doing.
Right.
And this you pay for. I mean, sure, we can get a lot of them out, but this is what we're paying for. And the crime, you have not seen anything. Where do you see this? But he said they've let them go in the United States. But this is not true with the 3 or 4 countries that we think of. Honduras, Mexico, El Salvador. This isn't just that little area. This is all over the world they're letting them in. From all over the world. They're coming in, they're coming through the southern border. And we had it stopped up. One of the very first bills I signed will be for a massive increase in border patrol and colossal increase in the number of We're going to follow the Eisenhower model. People don't realize it was Eisenhower. He was very tough on illegal immigration. A lot of people don't realize that. He was really tough on illegal immigration. We will use all necessary state, local, federal, and military resources to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation. They weren't taking them back, and I said, good, they weren't taking them back for decades. And the generals came up to, sure, they won't take them back, sir. I said, well, do we give them any money, like any kind of subsidies or anything? Yes, sir, I'd like to find out. So he comes back $750 million. 750. So I said, listen to 3 countries. I said, no more money for them, starting this afternoon at 5 o'clock. The next morning, I got 3 calls from 3 presidents of 3 countries. Best people, they're smart. I don't hold it against that. They got away with it for years. They put airplanes on the runways when we're flying in with prisoners or MS-13 people that you don't want in this country. No. These are vicious, the most violent gang in the world, probably. Almost definitely. And they put airplanes so you couldn't land a plane. So I said, how much? $750? They said, here's what we're doing. Immediately, you're going to stop payment of all money going to these countries. You're going to stop payment now. Next day, I get 3 calls. The presidents of those countries, separate calls. Sir, I understand there's a misunderstanding. We want your MS-13 killers that you sent over here. We want them back. And we want everybody to go back to your country. We're going to bring them back. Sir, we'd be honored to take MS-13 back. We think they're lovely. What seems to be the problem? No, we would love to take them back. Immediately opened up. Nobody has seen that for 25 years. It took me 1 night. And we'll be honored. To bring back MS-13 so they can kill our people instead of doing it. Yeah, it's terrible. The people that run our country are stupid people. I will ask every state and federal agency to identify every known or suspected gang member in America. And by the way, our police are incredible. Our firemen are incredible. And you know what? They know the bad ones. They're in the cities. These Democrat-run cities are going to hell. Yeah. The whole world is watching. Yep. But these police are incredible. They know the bad ones, but they don't want to lose their pension. They don't want to lose their wife or their husband. They don't want to lose their home. So they're told to stand back. But they know every bad one. They know everything about it. But I'll ask every state and federal agency to identify every known or suspected gang member in America, and every one of them that is here illegally. The police know every one of them. We'll pick them up and we'll send them back home where they came from. And I've always stored my travel ban to keep radical Islamic terrorists out of our country. You saw what happened. 4 years. 4 years we went. 4 years. Yep. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
We were very tough on that.
We
don't want our buildings blown up. We don't want to have problems. The Biden border crisis is also a drug and fentanyl crisis and a human trafficking crisis like never before,
Yeah.
mostly with women.
Yeah.
Very sadly, mostly with women. And it's now the number's 12 times what it was 3 years ago, 12 times.
Awful.
We had it really done. We were so tough on that. What they do with women and to women. Under my administration, we reduced drug overdose deaths in New Hampshire by 18%. 18, we had it 15, and we had it 18. And our First Lady worked very hard on that. And instead of being down under Biden, as you know, and your police and firemen do an incredible job, you have a real big drug problem in New Hampshire. Incredible, almost worse than anybody, relatively speaking. That's what the governor should focus on, not running for president where he's at less than 1%.
Right?
That's what he should
All
focus on.
government.
But you have a real problem here, and I have to tell you, your police and your firemen, I spent time with them, and they took me around one day, and the job they do in saving people, a lot of the job they do is saving people that have overdosed. It's incredible. The drug cartels are waging war in America, and it's time that America is going to wage war. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wage war on the cartels. We're being invaded. Our country's being invaded and destroyed.
Save our children. Save our children.
I will knock out the cartels just as we destroyed and knocked out the ISIS caliphate. The ISIS caliphate is tougher. I was told you couldn't do it it would take 3 to 4 years to do it, and sir, I don't think we could do it at all. I did it in 3 weeks. I knocked him out in 3 weeks. We have great generals. I want not the guys on television that leave Afghanistan before they take out our equipment and our American citizens, where we lost 13 great people. And nobody ever says this, where many soldiers were just obliterated. Their arms, their legs, their face, obliterated. Because of people that didn't know how to do their job. And why aren't these people fired? Why aren't they fired? And I will ask Congress to pass legislation ensuring that drug dealers, drug kingpins, and human traffickers receive the death penalty. You know, I went to China and I had a great time. And it was amazing, amazing culture, frankly. And I was with President Xi. 1.4 to 1.5 billion people. I said, "You have a drug problem?" No. No drug problem. I said, "You mean with all these people, you don't have a drug problem?" No drug problem. Well, what do you describe the reason to? May I ask? He said, "Swift trial." You know, there's no games. You know, when you meet with President Xi, he doesn't say, "You have the youngest of us. We have a lovely day. Lovely day. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful daughter. It's incredible." He goes, "We will immediately proceed to work." It's no bullshit. Immediately, 2 minutes. We will proceed. No games. That's what most of the Red Sox do today. They don't talk about that stuff. They talk about other things. But I said to him, "So what do you think?" He says, "Quick trial." Quick trial. You know what a quick trial is?
Oh, yeah.
They take the person, they try the person, and if they're a drug dealer, if they're selling drugs, unfortunately, they have the death penalty. And I don't think this country is ready for it. They have no drug problem whatsoever. The big drug problem they have is they take drugs and send them into our country. And even that, I had him sent, except for this rigged election, he was sent to make that a criminal, an absolute crime, with a death penalty for anybody making fentanyl. But once I left, once this horrible election took place, they sent more over now than ever before. He was going to give the death penalty. That was his deal with me. He was going to give the death penalty to anybody that produced fentanyl. Can you believe that in China? It's too bad. All these people are dying all over. We're being invaded. It's like a human invasion. To combat the scourge of homelessness that is plaguing Democrat-run cities such as Manchester, I will use every possible authority to get the homeless off the streets immediately. And you know, you have great hearts, especially the people of New Hampshire. And you don't want to even talk about it. You don't want to say, "Geez, 15 people laying in front of my building." You know, you feel badly about it.
I see it.
You gotta do something. For a small fraction of what we spend in Ukraine, we could take every single homeless veteran. And you know, when they see that, they all come. They say, "Oh, you mean you're going to give us free medical? This is not in California, free and other places. Free medical, education. The classrooms, you have people that can't even speak English and they're sitting all over the classroom. It's killing our country. But we will have a huge dividend to address the homeless crisis in our own country. We're going to save a tremendous amount of money. We're going to take care of them. We will get the homeless into tent cities, shelters, rehab, and mental institutions. Living like that is no good for them, the homeless, and it's no good for the people that have to make our cities great again. You can't make your cities great when you have thousands of people laying all over the streets. To uphold our Second Amendment, I will ask Congress to put a bill on my desk delivering national concealed carry.
Yes!
And I will immediately restore free speech in America.
Yes!
They don't report. It's not even what they report. They don't report.
No.
They didn't report the Biden stuff. They knew about it. They had the 51 intelligence agents. You saw that? Where they said, source this information. We don't have to report it.
Where's the laptop?
And everybody knew that wasn't true.
Get off Twitter.
Where's
We will
Mona?
take care of our amazing veterans, and we did it, you know, for 4 years. We had a 92% rating at the VA at the back. 92%. The highest rating by far that they've ever had. On day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender, and sexual. Who would support that? There are people that don't want the parents to have any rights, including the direct election of school principals by the parents. So you can get If any principal is not getting the job done, the parents should be able to vote, fire him, get him out, take somebody to work on. And I will not give one penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a states, and generally they did those mandates, and they were disasters. And a lot of them, they really did it right. Republican governors, when you look at what happened. And I will tell you another thing that people can't even believe. I will keep men out of women's schools. The other day, the weightlifter and this young woman, 19-year record. I don't know what it is, 200 and some odd pounds. It's a lot. It's a lot for a man or for a woman to live. But it's a lot. And this record stood woman's record for years, 19 years or something. And she got over the barbell. They put like a tiny ounce on one side, ounce on the other. This thing was, if you beat it by an ounce, you have the world record. And she got up there and she...
No!
Couldn't do it.
No!
And Let's take a look. It is so stupid.
Yes.
So stupid.
That's how. Unfair.
Great swimmer. She's going for the world record. She looked up and down. She sees young ladies that she grew up with. They're all great swimmers. They've been from the time they were born, frankly, because that's the way it is. They were good from the time they were born. Jack Nicklaus was a great golfer from the first day he picked up a club. That's the way it goes, right? You know, they were great. She looked up, she sees her friend, she looks down, and she looked to her right, and it's this huge person. Looked like Wilt Chamberlain. And he looks and says, "Wow, whoa, this is, I wonder how she swims." And you know the young lady was very seriously injured, you know?
Yeah, we do. Wingburn.
Wingburn!
Yeah.
He went by her so fast. The wind was so great, she got a bad windburn. Do you think, does anybody really believe what's going on in this
No.
I would sign a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. BinhVo.
To save our country from destruction. 2024 is the final battle.
Yes.
If we don't take it over, we're not going to have a country anymore. I want to be positive. I'm just telling you, we're not going to. If we allow them to cheat, because it's the only way they're going to win the election. If we allow them to cheat again, they're not going to have a country. If you put me back in the White House, the reign of corrupt Washington establishment will be over in America.
Hey.
We are going to complete the mission. We are going to finish what we started. We did so much. We rebuilt our military so much. But we have things to finish. Stand with me, and together we will defeat the globalists, the Marxists, communists, and the rhinos.
Go Rhino! Yeah. We'll be a top winner!
And we will restore the American Republic as the strongest, freest, and most powerful nation the world has ever known. We're going to get ourselves back there, and we're going to get it fast. They know me very well. They're not looking forward to having this happen.
We are!
But they'll live with it. Actually, we got along with it pretty well. There were certain assets also. You know, other countries need a strong America.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
The USA is a mess. Our economy is crashing.
Amen.
Inflation is out of control. Our banks are failing. Russia has joined with China. Saudi Arabia has joined with Iran. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea have formed together as a menacing and destructive coalition. Our currency is collapsing, and the dollar will soon no longer be the world standard. Can you believe this? And that will be our greatest defeat in over 200 years if we lose the dollar. There's a really good chance that we will. But it won't happen with me, not even a small chance. Just like Russia would never have invaded Ukraine, like China would not have even thought about raiding Taiwan. Wouldn't have happened. They understood. They understood. They knew that. I used to say that if you took the 5 worst presidents in the history of the United States and added them up, they would not have done near the destruction to our country as Joe Biden and the Biden administration.
No.
Now I say if you took the 10 worst presidents, because I really believe it, you took the 10 worst presidents and added them up, they would not have done to our nation what this man and what this administration has done. And by the way, they're going to, after this speech, they're going to be coming after me big time.
You are the best president ever!
We got your back.
You are the best president ever!
We are a nation in decline. That's what's happening. I hate to say it. It makes you sick to say it.
Yeah.
And now these radical left lunatics want to interfere with our elections by using law enforcement. And we can't let that happen.
No.
With all of this being said, and with a very, very dark cloud hanging over our country, I have no doubt that we will together win the presidential election of 2024. Do we have a mic at some point? Do we have a mic? Go ahead, please. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Gerard. Thank you for the shout out earlier. I appreciate that. One of the issues we are super passionate about at the New Hampshire Federation of Republican Women is women's sports and keeping biological men out of women's sports and out of women's bathrooms. We recently released a statement calling out Chris Pappas and Ann Custer for voting against the Protection of Women's and Girls Sports Act. So how do we ensure that women can compete on an even playing field and feel safe when it comes to this issue?
Vote for Trump. It's the craziest. And you know, it's amazing.
That's a good answer.
It's a good statement and or question,
Vote for
but so
Trump.
many people they hear it, they can't even believe it. They can't even believe
Can't make this up.
what's going on.
Yes.
No, you vote for Trump. That's going to be totally gone.
Yep.
Mr.
Yes.
President.
Go ahead, please. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. Thank you very much, Frank Dawson, and thank you for the phone call 3 years ago.
I remember it.
Thank you very much. You're well the man.
Thank you very
I
much.
would like to ask you a question concerning the military. Do you promise the veterans out there, guarantee them that you will make our military stronger as it was before you were pushed out of office? And you will return, and also make a promise to all law enforcement, all legitimate law enforcement, that you will protect and support them all the way.
So I remember the call. I don't know why, but I have a good memory. And I remember the call very much. I appreciate the love with that statement, not just the statement. The answer is yes. We rebuilt our military. We have the finest equipment in the world. You know, we had jets that were 48 years old, where the grandfather was flying them. Some of the bombers, the grandfather was flying them, and now the grandson is flying them. Now we're redoing our military. We redid a lot. As you remember, I made Space Force, and they tried to end it as soon as they came into office, and they had a revolt in the military. We created Space Force. That's the first time in 78 years since the Air Force that something like that's been done, creating a new branch. So the answer is yes, 100%. You will be satisfied. Not only that, the veterans are very satisfied, 92%. But now, in other words, we had an approval rating, the VA, of 92%. That's never happened before. That's a real job. You know, we got approved where you can fire sadists and sick people. You know, you couldn't fire them no matter what they did. You couldn't fire them because of lots of reasons. I won't blame civil service. I won't blame unions. I won't blame anyone. You couldn't fire them. And we got that done. And we also got it done where you can go out and get your own doctor, and we pay, because some of the veterans, as you know, were online for weeks and months. Some of them became terminally ill, waiting to get just a very simple procedure or prescription. They'd have to wait 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. And we made it, you understand this, those two things are very important. The ability, we fired, I think, 12,000 people. They were sadists. They wouldn't attack these people in prime time, I can tell you. But they were sadists, they were thieves, there's some very bad people, we got rid of them. We actually had that passed in the legislature. They've been trying to do it for 48 years. And then on the other, as you know, that was a big deal. If you have to wait in line for any more than 24 hours, you have the right to go out and get a doctor, get yourself taken care of, and we pay the bill. And that worked out unbelievably well. You know that's true. That's why they like it. But the answer is yes, we'll take care of it. Okay? Thank you. Good to see you.
Mr. President.
Please.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm Christine Peters, also from the New Hampshire Federation of Republican Women. And two of the top 3 issues that women are concerned about right now are inflation and the economy. And how do things like the environmental social governance play into all of the economic issues that are facing women?
Well, they do, and you know, you have these fanatics, the environmental fanatics. I'm an environmentalist, a lot of people are very good. You want clean water, we want clean air.
Yes,
yes.
Dirty air and water and
We're not
things.
radical like that.
So, but you have to be reasonable. These people are crazy. They're putting windmills all over the place. They're going all over. Windmills, the birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Go under a windmill somewhere.
Right.
And they're made in China, just so you know, and causing a lot of problems, very expensive. But I will say this, we will take care of this inflation by going and drilling. You know, this side in Con Edison in New York, utility. They used to have a sign, dig we must, drill we must. We must drill. And we did some job. We had it down to below $1.87 for a period of time, gasoline. And what a difference that made. When they came in and they closed everything down, they got rid of Anwar. Anwar, since Ronald Reagan, they've been trying to. Ronald Reagan couldn't do it, Bush couldn't do it, nobody could do it. I got it done. The biggest site probably in the world, really, in Alaska, they ended it the first day of the Biden administration. I mean, you think about it. They ended it the first day of the Biden administration. A site that would have been almost the size of Saudi Arabia, maybe bigger, and they ended it. But we'll do it again. We can do it again. We'll get it done again. When you reduce the price of energy, everything else is going to come down. And when everything else comes down, what we'll be able to do is get the interest rates down, and we're going to get our country back. Because our country, the way it's going right now, is going into a depression. We're going into a depression, like a 1929 type depression. And we're not going to let that happen. But we're going to drill, we're going to get energy down, everything else. When they held it back, the energy became so oppressive, so expensive, that everything went up, and you had inflation at a level that you hadn't seen in 52 years. And it's still horrible. But we're going to bring energy down, way down. We're going to get the interest rates down. We're going to get back to a great life. We're going to strengthen up our military. And we're going to be able to deal with China and Russia and everybody. And they're not going to play with us. They're not going to play with us.
We gotta get you a back in office.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead.
Mr. President.
God bless you, President.
Thank you. God bless you.
My name is Christine. I'm from Atkinson, New Hampshire, and engaging with young voters is crucial. Here in New Hampshire, we have American First warriors like Caroline Levitt. How do you plan to engage with Gen Z voters?
Well, I think we're doing that. And I tell you what, you would be shocked, like Charlie Kirk and others, the job that they do with their youth. It's a youth movement. It really is. That's another movement. You would be shocked to see how popular we are on college campuses. Much different than what you read, much different than what you hear. But you know, one of the things about having this horrible thing take place for 4 years of, we've lived in 4 years of hell in this country in many ways, many ways, more ways than you even know. But one of the things is they have shown how bad they are. And we'll be able to do things now to get it straight. We have to make our cities safe again. We have to clean up our areas. We have to get things going in this country again. They've shown how bad things are. The voting is so dishonest. People see it. People see it. And all you have to do is just have a little common sense, and you see the level of dishonesty. Because we want strong voters. We want great elections. We want strong elections. We want great education. And all of the things that have happened in the last 4 years have shown how bad these policies are. And it's actually, in a certain way, going to make it much easier for us. Okay, one or two more. Go ahead. Anybody over there? What happened to that man with the mic? Let's go over here.
Hi, it's Tony. I'm actually here from the Cape, all the way from Cape Cod. I just have a question on election integrity. So we're all here for...
Or lack of integrity.
Thank you. That was going to be my next question.
Election
How
lack.
are we going to take back 2020? I know we've got 2024, but we need to still work on what happened with 2020.
The best thing we can do right now, and there are a lot of people going, working very hard on 2020, because, history, you can't forget history. If you forget, you're doomed to failure in the future. But there are many cases going on right now. You know that. I think you're involved in some of them. But there are many cases going on right now in different states. If you look at Wisconsin, what they found out in Wisconsin, they were one crazy vote away from turning over the election. And they should have turned it over. This was a political whack job that voted the wrong way. And other judges on that panel just excoriated him. But you look at what's happened in some of these states, they get it, they know what happened. But you know what we have to do? Never forget that. I'm not one of these saying you have to forget it. And so many people say, sir, put it in the background, put it.
No. They got to return the diamond.
Do it again. What we have to do is we have to win. Because because you know, you're talking about a very short period of time.
That's right.
We have to win, and we have to win big. We have to win, we have to really swamp them. You know, if you swamp them, there's not a thing they can do. There's a level of
Right.
things they can't do it.
Yeah!
We did so well last time, I sort of thought we swamped them, but they used
Slide
COVID
in.
to cheat, among other things. So they used COVID to cheat. We're not gonna let that happen, and we're not gonna hopefully have any of that. We have to watch. The most important thing you can do is on election night, meaning election period, I'm sorry to say. You know, France just had an election recently.
Oh, yeah.
36 million votes, all paper ballot. You had voter ID, and it was same day.
Same day voting.
Voter ID, all paper ballot.
Sunday.
The election is over today.
Yes.
The numbers were cast, everybody went home, congratulations, there were tears and there was joy, you know, and that's what we should do. Same day voting, because when you have voting that lasts for 44 days, and everybody's looking around and moving things around, and where is it going? Why is it struck here? What are those things that are moving in and moving up? People have to have confidence in elections. People have to have confidence. The problem is, we have a lot of people without courage. That includes judges. We have judges that looked and they said, oh boy, I'm not turning this over. They didn't have courage. They didn't have courage to do what should have been done. We can never forget that. And it just, a lot of people are continue on. We have to win though now. Now we have one coming up, and we have to win like never before. We have to get all votes and anybody ever got. And we have to watch those polling places, stand over those, you know, who are our people that will watch, our poll watchers, they call them. They had thugs, in many cases, throwing them out of the room. And these were good people. I didn't say, I'm a poll watcher, get out of here, get the hell out of here. I mean, they intimidated these people. And it was just such a horrible, corrupt election. We have to have courage. And if we don't have courage, you're not going to have a country. I love your question. I love your question. Now we have to win, and we have to win bigger than ever before.
Yes.
And we'll get it all straight.
Slimy
We'll
will.
do one more.
Mr. President.
If it's a bad question, or if I don't give a great answer, I'll do another one. Because you know, Elton John said, encores are very dangerous. You do a fantastic concert, everyone's going crazy. Then you do an encore of a song, it's good. Then you do another encore, and the song doesn't work. And you leave, everyone said, what a rotten job. But you're never going to say that about Trump, right?
No!
My name is Brendan, and I would just like to know, what is your plan for dealing with the growing threat of North Korea?
What the heck?
North Korea has been a good example of what intelligence is. I got along great with Kim Jong-un. We had a very tough start. I called him Little Rocket Man. I called him Rocket Man. I called him lots of things he called us. And then one day I got a phone call, and they said, you know, we want to get together. And the Olympics in South Korea was coming up. Nobody bought it. They weren't selling anything. And all of a sudden I got North Korea to participate in the Olympics, and the thing sold out like in 2 days. It was incredible.
Whoa.
We did a great job with North Korea. We will be able to deal with North Korea. I don't think this administration will be able to deal with North Korea. Okay, one more. Go ahead. One more.
Mr. President.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe most Americans can agree that the radical left's defund the police movement was destructive to our police force.
It's still going on too, man.
Absolutely. When you are president, what will be done to correct the getting our police up to par with proper training, with proper numbers, and get them back on track?
So you're talking to the right person. We are taking care of our police. You know, when I was in office, we had billions of dollars worth of Army equipment, Marine equipment, naval equipment, billions in storage rooms all over the United States. And Obama didn't want to get it out because he said it looked too tough. It didn't look good to give it. I said immediately, get it out. I gave billions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm talking about. All of this ex-military equipment. It was incredible. And for safety, including trucks that were armor-plated, I gave it all to the police. We got it out. It was sitting there drawing dust. But very valuable stuff. We took care of our police. We are going to take care of our police, and we're going to make sure that we support our police. Because our police can solve the problems of our cities instantaneously if you let them do their job.
just one wrong word, your life is ruined. We can't let that happen. And you know, one other thing, they do an incredible job. And you're bad apples, every once in a while something happens, it shouldn't happen, and we have to understand things like that can happen. We have to support our police.
That's
These
right.
are great
Yes.
American patriots.
Woo!
They used to do a job, now they're not allowed to do the job. We have to allow, especially in our cities that are rotting and decaying, we have to let our police back. We have to let them do the job that only they can do.
Amen.
Thank you.
And we are with them, and we're going to help fund them. We're not defunding, we're going to fund our police. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I want to thank you. This is an incredible place. This was a great day. I enjoyed it so much. I want to thank Steve and all of these incredible endorsers.
Woo!
Representing endorse. But I want to thank you all.
We love you, President.
God bless you.
Woo! We love you. Woo! Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. We love you. Thank you.